if you're a long-time viewer, like Kim in Illinois, hi Kim, who I had the pleasure of briefly meeting, I thought I'd show you the inside, because you've seen the outside of the truck, you know all the additions and everything to it. But let's talk about what it's like to be in the driver's seat. So as I squeeze in here, all right, basically from the driver's wheel over to the side here, nothing has changed. Everything is on this side that has changed. So what you see up here is called an SPod panel. It's kind of like a cell phone. It has a screen, and when you turn it on, then it shows you buttons. And I can control the lights out there, the LEDs, with these two buttons right here, a high and a low. I can create it so that they dim, so they flash. Anytime that I add like another light bar, let's say, to the truck, then under the hood is a place that I connect one cable to that, and it has an Ethernet cable that comes up here to this. So I don't have to keep routing cables through the firewall to get them to where I can control them. So that is really cool. It's called an SPod. This device right here is the Garmin InReach Mini. Right now I have it sending a signal up every 10 minutes to a satellite. Signal comes back down and is written to a map. People that I share the map with can see exactly where I'm at. Well, within 10 minutes, right? If I go for a hike, like down to the water down there, I take this on my belt, doing the same thing, because if something happens to me, I want people to be able to trace exactly where I'm at. So that's the InReach Mini, pretty lightweight, a great thing. I've used it to backtrack, so you can see your track, and then you can trace your steps back to prevent from getting lost. And you'd be amazed, no matter how skilled you are, it's easy to get turned around in a forest. Over here behind it on the dash is a GRMS radio. GRMS is used quite a bit by the overlanding community. You just fill out a little form and send in some money, I believe, not much, to get your license to use it. And then right next to it here is my Garmin Overlander. That is a wonderful, wonderful device. Has a magnetic mount on the back. You can almost toss this there. I won't do that, but you know, I just grabs it with a lot of force and holds it right there. No matter how much I bounce the truck around, that's guaranteed to stay right there. And the beauty of this one is that I take my iPhone, and I have an app there called Gaia GPS. I will look for trails that end somewhere, and then I say, well, that's a potential camping spot. So I'll take the GPS coordinates out of Gaia GPS, put them into Google Earth, that is also on my iPhone. And in Google Earth, as long as I have a cell phone signal, I don't need a cell phone signal for Gaia GPS, but as long as I have a signal for Google Earth to work, then I'm able to zoom in and look and see, is there a building there? Is it near high wires? Those kind of things. If I like that, then I type the GPS coordinates into the Garmin Overlander, and 90 to 95% of the time, it will give me directions accurately to get to the spot that I want to go. Every once in a while, it doesn't. It tries to go somewhere that there ain't no road, and then I have to turn back to my phone and look at Gaia GPS, where I can actually see the trails and those type of things. So it's a good combination. It works very, very well. Now, I don't have my cell phone with me, but this off-roam is the best mount that I've ever found. I highly recommend it. The way that I put it in there is I just extend this over here, pop my phone in. I usually have my phone, so it's about like this right here, sitting up there. And then I have a little cord that I plug in to keep it powered. And this is really sturdy. It's made out of a really strong metal, and it clamps right here to the vent. So love it, absolutely love it. Get one if you don't have one. I've tried others. I really wish I'd started with this one. The other thing that is over here is this guy, and hidden down here, let me move this around, there we go. So we mounted my amateur radio to the plate down here. So that is the main part of the radio right there. And this is what they call the faceplate. Basically, it's just the buttons and the knobs that you'd use for contacting somebody around the country or around the world. So this is ham radio, amateur radio. This is a Yaesu FT891. Really works great. And it has active tuning. So I have, if you can see it out there, let me see if I can put my finger on it. That little point right there coming up out of my hood, that's a lip mount for an ATAS antenna that will automatically tune itself to the frequency that I'm on. But the ATAS weighs enough that I don't want to drive with it. So the only time that I use it and have it screwed on right there is when I'm sitting like here and I want to use the radio. I keep the antenna stored in the back, in the ALU-CAB back there. This is a four-wheel manual drive vehicle, and so I have that. And to keep from accidentally, which I have, you know, I'll reach for the air conditioner and try to turn it up, not realizing that I'm actually turning this. It's in 4 low, there's 4 high, and 2-wheel drive. So you start in 2-wheel drive, you go to 4 high, and the only difference between those two is that all of your wheels now are being driven in 4 high, but it has the same gearing ratio, and you don't notice any real difference at all as with 2-wheel drive. But if you stop the vehicle, push in the clutch, and make sure that you're in neutral, and you push the clutch all the way in to the floor, then when you turn it to 4 low, you notice a big difference in the gearing there on that. So maintenance is due because I've gone over 70,000 miles. Time to change the oil, just do the regular checks. The box that you see here, I used to just keep a lot of loose stuff, and I decided this year that I might as well keep it organized, and so I've got a box there. And down here is where I'm keeping all my electronic equipment and stuff. So I've got it now so that I can pull my camera out real easy and use it if I need to. It used to be that I had to move everything around and it was a pain. And if you're going to use something, you need to be able to get to it rapidly and easily without a hassle. So that's what it is. In the glove box here, probably the biggest essential that I have there is this. And that has a magnetic mount on the bottom of it. It's a level. And I put it right up there on my high lift bar. And so I can see as I'm driving when I get it level crosswise. And then I can hop out lengthwise and see if it's level that way. If not, then, and I like the spot, then I just level up the wheels by putting something down that I can drive over. I wish I could reach around as I'm driving and open the refrigerator. So I wish I could reach down there and get it, but when I open it, it's blocking my view right here. I had them do that because they found that when they switched it around, the doors would stay open. Before they wouldn't. I'd have to hold them all the time. Okay, well, I hope that gives you some idea of what it's like to be driving behind here. I do have some videos of some of the trails that I've gone on. A recent one here in Washington, I think it was in Washington, was brutal. It scratched the sides of my truck up really badly, and it was a rough trail. All right, follow me if you can. but you probably won't make it. But you can follow me on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you here in the future.